Have you ever felt like talking to your girlfriend or a female friend is like solving a puzzle? Like every sentence she says has a hidden meaning that you just can't quite figure out. One moment she says she's fine, but you can feel that something is off. Another time she tells you she's a little tired, but what she really means is something completely different. Don't worry, you're not alone. Many men struggle to understand the way women communicate. But the good news is, once you understand the underlying patterns and emotions behind their words, you'll never feel lost in a conversation again. In fact, you'll build stronger, more meaningful connections with the women in your life. In today's video, we're going to break down the key aspects of how women communicate, what they truly mean when they speak, and how you can respond in a way that deepens your relationships. By the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer understanding of how to read between the lines and connect with women on a whole new level. So, if you're ready to stop feeling confused and start communicating effectively, make sure to watch until the end. When it comes to communication, women tend to approach conversations with a different set of goals than men. For most men, the objective of communication is often to exchange information, solve problems, or get to a specific outcome as efficiently as possible. We're goal-oriented in our conversations, cut to the chase, provide a solution, move on to the next thing. But for women, the purpose of communication is much deeper. Women communicate primarily to build emotional connections. It's not just about what's being said, it's about how the conversation makes them feel. For women, words are a way to share their inner world, their thoughts, emotions, and experiences. But more importantly, it's a way to establish a bond with the person they're speaking to, especially if that person is someone they care about. Think of it this way. When a woman speaks, she's not just conveying facts, she's sharing a part of herself. It's an invitation for you to step into her world, to understand her thoughts and feelings, and to truly connect with her on an emotional level. So when she talks to you about her day, about something that frustrated her, or even about her deepest dreams and fears, she's not simply giving you information. She's offering you an opportunity to connect with her on a deeper emotional plane. In order to understand this fully, it's important to highlight the role of empathy in female communication. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. Women place a great deal of importance on empathy during conversations because it shows that they are being heard and that their emotions are being validated. When a woman is speaking to you, she's likely looking for more than just someone to listen. She wants someone who will feel what she's feeling. If she's upset, for example, it's not enough to simply say, "That's unfortunate." She's looking for a response that acknowledges her emotional experience. This could be something like, "I can't imagine how frustrating that must be for you." Such responses show that you're not just hearing the words, but that you're connecting with the emotion behind them. This is where most men get it wrong. While a lot of men may be inclined to offer solutions, advice, or even try to change the subject to lighten the mood, women typically don't want or need that in the moment. What they need is someone who will take the time to truly understand them and make them feel emotionally supported. Acknowledging her feelings without rushing to fix them can create a deep sense of trust and security. Here's another key element. For many women, talking about their feelings is a form of emotional healing. Think of it like this. When someone is hurt, one of the first things they do is seek comfort. They don't always expect to be fixed right away. They just need someone to help them process and work through their pain. For women, speaking about their emotions, sharing their struggles, or talking about their day is a way to process what's going on inside them. It's almost like they are going through a form of emotional therapy by voicing what's on their mind. This is especially true when something has been bothering them for a while. Getting it out in the open can feel like a huge weight has been lifted off their shoulders. When a woman shares something personal with you, it is important to understand that it is not always about the problem itself. It is about the act of expressing it. The release of emotions through communication can be incredibly therapeutic. That is why it is often so difficult for women when they feel like their partner isn't listening or doesn't understand the significance of their feelings. It's not just about the words, it's about feeling seen, understood, and cared for. So when a woman opens up, she's giving you a privilege, the chance to help her work through her feelings in a safe and supportive environment. By offering that emotional support, you show her that you respect her, value her feelings, and are genuinely invested in her emotional well-being. This builds emotional intimacy, which is essential for any healthy relationship. So how can you use this knowledge to communicate better with women and create a stronger emotional connection? It starts with learning to listen actively and be present. Here are some key ways to do that. This might sound simple, but it's a game changer. Active listening means giving your full attention to what she's saying and actively engaging in the conversation. Put down your phone, turn off the TV, and really focus on her words. Respond by reflecting back what you hear. For example, I hear that you're feeling frustrated with your coworker. Can you tell me more about what happened? This shows that you're not only hearing her, but you're invested in understanding her feelings. Sometimes women need space to talk through their feelings, especially if they're processing something complicated or emotional. Don't rush the conversation or pressure her to finish quickly. Give her the time and room to express herself fully. Even if you feel like you understand the issue or want to move things along, giving her the freedom to talk through everything will strengthen the emotional connection. Show her that you care about her emotions by responding empathetically. Instead of jumping straight to offering solutions, validate her feelings first. Use phrases like, I can see why that would upset you, or that must have been tough. Even just acknowledging that her feelings are valid can be incredibly reassuring. One of the biggest traps men fall into is the urge to fix problems immediately. This comes from a place of wanting to help, but it often comes across as dismissive or dismissing her emotions. Remember, sometimes she just wants to be heard, not fixed. Let her express herself and offer comfort, not solutions. Women want to feel safe in their relationships, and a large part of that safety comes from being able to express their emotions without fear of judgment or rejection. Make sure she knows that her feelings are important and that she can be vulnerable with you without fear of criticism. When she feels emotionally safe, she will be more willing to open up to you, which leads to a deeper connection. In the end, women communicate to create an emotional bond. They don't just want to talk, they want to be understood. They want someone who will listen, validate their feelings, and provide emotional support. By responding with empathy, engaging in the process of the conversation, and creating an environment where they feel safe to express themselves, you'll not only strengthen your relationship, but also foster a deeper emotional intimacy that can last a lifetime. Remember, communication is not just about what is said, it is about the connection that is built in the process. By showing her that you care and that you value her emotions, you'll create a foundation for a relationship that is emotionally rich, fulfilling, and long-lasting. One of the biggest reasons men struggle to understand women is because women tend to communicate indirectly. Let's be real, men and women approach communication differently. Men are generally more straightforward. If a guy is upset, he'll probably say, I'm pissed off. If he wants help with something, he'll say, hey, can you help me out? Women, on the other hand, often use subtle hints, indirect language, or emotional cues instead of direct statements. This isn't because they were trying to be difficult. It is simply a communication style that prioritizes maintaining harmony and avoiding conflict. Here are some common examples of indirect communication and their hidden meanings. She says, I'm fine. What she really means. I'm not fine at all, but I want you to notice and ask me about it. She says, I just think it's funny how, what she really means. I'm upset and I want to talk about it, but I don't want to start an argument. She says, I'm a little tired. What she really means, I'm upset or disappointed, but I don't want to say it outright. She says, this would be so much easier if I had some help. What she really means, I want you to offer to help me. If you take these statements at face value, you'll miss what's actually going on. Instead, train yourself to pick up on emotional cues. Her tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language. If something seems off, gently ask, are you sure everything's okay? You seem a little upset. When you show her that you're paying attention, she'll feel understood and appreciated. Two things that are incredibly important in any relationship. Another key difference between men and women's communication styles is that women tend to be process-oriented, while men are more goal-oriented. For example, if a guy talks to his friend about a problem, his goal is usually to get a solution as quickly as possible. But for women, the conversation itself is often more important than the outcome. Let's say your girlfriend is telling you about a problem at work. Your first instinct might be to say, well, why don't you just talk to your boss about it? While that may be a logical solution, it short-circuits the emotional process she's going through. Ask follow-up questions. How did that make you feel? What do you think you're going to do about it? Express empathy. That sounds really stressful. I totally get why you're frustrated. Let her share freely without feeling pressured to fix the issue immediately. By doing this, you allow her to feel heard and validated, which is often more important to her than finding a quick fix. When communicating with women, what you say is important, but how you say it matters just as much. Women are highly attuned to nonverbal communication. Things like your tone of voice, does it sound dismissive or warm? Your body language, are you engaged or distracted? Your facial expressions, Do you look genuinely interested or just neutral? If your words say, I'm listening, but your body language says, I don't really care, she will pick up on that instantly. So, next time you're having an important conversation with a woman, make eye contact to show you're fully present. Nod and respond naturally to what she's saying. Keep your body language open and relaxed to make her feel comfortable. These small changes can make a huge difference in how connected she feels to you. Now that we've uncovered the secrets of how women communicate, let's quickly recap the key takeaways. Listen deeply. Instead of offering immediate solutions, focus on understanding her feelings. Read between the lines. Women often use indirect communication, so pay attention to tone and context. Engage in the process. Women value the journey of communication, not just the outcome. Be mindful of nonverbal cues. Your tone, body language, and facial expressions matter just as much as your words. When you master these skills, you'll not only improve your conversations, but also build stronger, more meaningful relationships with the women in your life. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights on relationships and communication. Let me know in the comments, what is the most confusing thing you've ever heard a woman say? See you in the next video.